Hi students, in this video I'm going to briefly describe to you what to do for the show, don't tell practice assignment. So last week we began talking about show, don't tell, which basically means that instead of just blatantly telling something to your reader, for example, Bobby was mad, how would you show it to your reader? Give them descriptive details that they can use to draw the conclusion of what is actually happening. So instead of just saying Bobby was mad, you could say Bobby stomped up the stairs, slammed his door, picked up the nearest book, and threw it across the room. I didn't just say Bobby was mad, but through those details, you can infer that Bobby is mad. That is an example of showing and not telling. So there are 4 techniques that you can use to show and not tell. The first one is sensory imagery. So that is using sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. So describing what something looks like or what it sounds like and so forth to really set the scene, right? Imagine this was a movie playing out on a screen. What would it look like? What would it sound like? Then next is dialogue. This is when the characters talk to each other. So if this was a movie, you wouldn't just say, Bobby said he was sorry. You would actually show dialogue of Bobby actually saying that to somebody. And you could tell through what he actually said and how he said it, what was going on. Next is action. So like when I was saying before about Bobby stomping up the stairs, throwing books, slamming doors, that would be action. It's really describing what the character is doing. And then specific words. So instead of just saying walked, I said stomped. Instead of just saying shut the door, he slammed the door. So those more specific words. Instead of just saying said, saying shouted or shrieked. They're much more descriptive. So you're going to choose one of the scenarios, one of the scenes I have provided. I gave you 8 choices. Choose one. And then you are going to write at least 2 full paragraphs to describe it. A paragraph should be at least 6 to 8 sentences long. So your piece of writing should be at least 12 to 16 sentences long. It can be longer if you like, but not shorter. So look at these scenes and think about what you could write. So like the first one, the children became scared in the old abandoned house. Instead of just saying that the house is old and abandoned, how would you show that through descriptive language? Instead of just saying they become scared, well, what is scaring them? How can you show that they're scared through how they act or what they say to each other? Number 2, Beth had a really bad blind date. Instead of just saying it was really bad, show the date. Show the interaction between her and her date. What was he like? What did he say? What happened that made the date so bad? 3, Frederick was nervous when he asked Gabriella to the prom. Well, instead of just saying he asked her to the prom, describe the scene. Show him asking her, and you can use details to show that he's nervous. 4, Stanley suffered from severe stage fright when he tried to give his speech. How can you show that he's having stage fright? 5, Pamela felt helpless when her toddler had a temper tantrum in the middle of the store. Instead of just saying that the toddler had a temper tantrum, how would you show that the toddler's having a temper tantrum? How would you show that Pamela is feeling helpless? 6, Samantha is a really bad dancer. How can we show that her dancing is really bad? 7, the elementary school band concert was really, really awful, as many of them are. How can you show that it's so awful? And last one, Bobby flipped out when his computer crashed. How can you show that he's flipping out? So you're going to write, like I said, at least 2 full paragraphs, really using all of the techniques of show, don't tell. And then after you're finished writing, I want you to go back and color code. So that's a way for you to make sure that you have all 4 techniques. So every time you see sensory imagery, so you're describing what something looks like, sounds like, smells like, tastes like, or touch or feels like, you're going to color code it in blue. Dialogue, whatever a character is speaking, that would be green. Action, describing what a character is doing, would be red. And any specific words would be purple. In case you're not sure how to color code, I'll show you. So if we look at number 1, the children became scared at the old abandoned house. Let's imagine I've put this out into a full scene. So you would highlight whatever it is that you want to color code. Then you go up towards the top of the page and you see here where it's got like an A with a red line under it. If you click there, you can choose a color. You can choose it to be red or blue or green or purple. Okay, so that is how you will color code. If you have any questions or need any help with this assignment, let me know. I hope you'll pick something that is interesting to you, and I hope you'll have some fun with it. I look forward to reading what you come up with. Thank you. Have a great day.